In just a moment, you're going to be listening to excerpts from one of Amazon's best-selling authors' books. To get the full-length audio or written version, click on the links found inside of the description area on this page. Coping with difficult behavior. Dealing with abrasive and difficult people can be challenging, but learning how to approach them is a necessary skill. If you find yourself having difficulties in various social situations with toxic individuals, here are some coping mechanisms you can use. We'll discuss these techniques based on the type of person you encounter. 1. Dealing with arrogance. Arrogant people may make you feel inferior or insecure. Therefore, when you approach an arrogant person, know that you are confident and worthy. Feel confident about yourself and know that you are a person of value despite what other people might say or do. View the encounter as an opportunity to develop your own patience and communication skills. Though you may get frustrated, annoyed, or angry, try to change your mindset and use this interaction as a learning opportunity. Attempt to understand where this haughtiness is coming from. Rather than taking the arrogance at face value, try to figure out what motivates this person to be like that. Knowing the source of such behavior can help you cope with what's being thrown at you and can make it easier for you to handle the situation. Consider the signals that you yourself may be sending. Are you coming off as timid or intimidated? An arrogant person may view you as inferior or as someone that can be pushed around. Use your interaction to improve your own assertiveness and confidence. Assess the social situation. Determine what exact behavior is rubbing you the wrong way and what you consider to be acts of arrogance. Does this person attempt to undermine you? Do they act in a condescending way towards you? Assessing the situation is a good way to identify whether arrogance is really the issue here or whether you may have misinterpreted their behavior. Filter out the negative things they tell you. Ignoring their acts of arrogance will defeat the purpose of the behavior in the first place. Instead, pay attention only to the positive aspects of the interaction and encourage better behavior on their part by reinforcing their kind initiatives. Try to see their positive traits. What qualities do they have that should be commended? Is there something you appreciate about their work ethic, about their passions, or about some other aspect of them? Focusing on their positive characteristics will make your interaction with each other much easier. Change the direction of the conversation. When the person you're talking to starts to dominate the conversation, change the subject in order to keep the communication balanced and equal. This will help you avoid getting excessively frustrated and stressed. Try to find humor in the situation. Rather than taking everything personally and seriously, try to make fun of it in a distant sort of way. Maintain your own personality by not resorting to arrogance yourself. Don't let yourself fall into the trap of trying to counter arrogance with more arrogance. Rather than trying to take the other person down, try to set a good example by being kind, accepting, and open instead. Try sitting down with the person and talking kindly with them regarding how they may be offending you. It may be that they are unaware of how their behavior affects you, so try to let them know how they are coming off. This may help them control their behavior and can help you avoid getting unnecessarily stressed out. 2. Dealing with arrogance. Avoid arguing with them. Ignorant people tend to debate certain points without knowing anything substantial about the topic at hand. Try not to fall into the trap of an argument that won't really go anywhere. Force yourself to interact positively. Though you may not be feeling particularly nice, remember that you should not resort to rudeness or hostility. Extend your patience and be kind at all times, no matter how you're really feeling. Don't take their ignorance as a personal insult. If anything, ignorance is simply a sign of laziness on their part of the person that you are speaking with. Taking their ignorance personally will only result in frustration, stress, and anger. Extend your patience and try to explain what you know in a calm manner. Should you find yourself in an argument with someone who chooses to remain ignorant, try to keep a level head and discuss your point of view. Take it upon yourself to educate them briefly about the situation and what they may not be able to see. Take what they say with a grain of salt, rather than believing them outright and getting frustrated when you find out that what they have said may be a lie. Adopt a more discerning regard from the get-go. Verify what they tell you before believing what they said. While it's important that you let them know what's on your mind, know that it isn't your responsibility to educate someone who chooses to be ignorant. Your words will fall on deaf ears if the person you're speaking to is closed-minded. Therefore, in order to avoid stress and frustration, learn the right time to walk away without confrontation. 3. Dealing with selfishness. Set boundaries. While this may cause tension or conflict, it's important that boundaries be made clear. Remember that selfish people may not always know that they're acting this way, so setting boundaries will be beneficial to both of you. Learn to say no. One mistake you may make is to give in to every request for the sake of keeping the peace. Though this may work for a while, it also makes you more and more frustrated while the other person continues to take without regard for your well-being. Try to understand where they are coming from. There may be a reason for their selfishness and overwhelming request. Are they going through financial struggles? Are they down and out? Determining what motivates this behavior can be helpful in coping with selfish behavior and can help you respond to people in a way that makes the behavior less powerful. When you feel that a person is refusing to compromise based only on their own needs, it's important that you express your side of the issue and voice concerns about your own role in the matter. You need to protect your own needs as well, so keeping quiet will only put you at risk of more stress and frustration. Don't take anything personally. Though you may feel like you're being treated like an object or that your emotions aren't being recognized, it isn't about you. Preserve your own resources. While you may be open to doing favors, don't deplete what you have. Be civil, as when dealing with other types of toxic people. Try as much as possible to choose to be kind. Use your interactions with selfish people as a way to develop your patience and tolerance. This concludes the sample. To get the full-length audio or written version, go to the description area now and click on the appropriate link.